Hey YouTube! Today I want to teach you how to make a balloon fish. So we'll just go ahead and get started. No need to explain that, it's just a fish. Okay, so the first thing that we need are two 160s. This one I've already inflated, so I just have to inflate one other. And then you'll need a 5-inch balloon. So you only need about 3 or 4 pumps because they're not very big. And then you just tie them together to make a duplet. And then you inflate your 5-inch. I'm doing 6 pumps on it, so it's a little bigger. And you just tie that off. Okay, so first things first. I like to cut the end of the necks off because the big bulky part kind of gets in the way and makes it look a little funny when it's all done. Sometimes it turns out fine, but it's easier just to cut them off. Alright, so you'll want to take your two 160s and then give them a little bit of a squeeze. And what that'll do is soften them up and push some of the air into the tail. So you can see right here it kind of indents. And so that's how much it squeezed to the bottom. And then you want to take about 4 finger lengths and then twist it. And then push this part in. And then twist them again. And that gets your fishlets. Then you take your 5-inch. Let's see how I can do this. Okay. And then you pull it in. Try to get the knot for the neck between the lips and then the long part, so that way it kind of locks it in a little better. And then of course you can just wrap it in a couple times. And then on this one also, I like to cut it off, the big bulky part. And so that starts our fish. So then you push a little bit up on the bottom, not a lot. And you bring your 160s down. Sorry for all the noise, they're balloons. And then you go about the same place as the mouth is, and you can just twist them, but make sure you get them really nice and tight. Oops. And so that is pretty much it. It is done. I do like to trim the tail so it's not near as long. I mean, if you like this, more power to you. So what you do is, if you want to trim it, you just twist it however long you want it, and then put your fingers there to hold it. Cut a slit in the bottom, tie it on so that the air doesn't get out. Make sure when you're doing this, you're pulling on this end, not on this end for the knot. And then of course just cut off your excess. And you do the same thing on this side. And if you want to shape your tails, you may have enough give from when you squeezed it from here to be able to do it. But if you want to, you know, just shape them a little more than a little bit of a bend, just so you can bend it like that, then what you would do is before you twist it, just give it a little bit of a squeeze like we did for the mouth. And that gives you that little extra room, and then you can kind of give it a little bit of a shape. I think they look good straight, so I don't really do that. But this is the fish. If you want to make the bigger fish, because these are really cute to attach string to, and then you can just hang them down from the ceiling so that it looks like you have little fish floating around your ceiling. If you want to do the bigger fish, I use 11-inch balloons because I use Qualitech, so I know some of you get the 12-inch because you go to the party stores and stuff like that. I use Qualitech. They stand up really, really well. That's what the professionals use. The best balloon out there. They cost a little bit more than the other ones, but you're not really going to have to worry about them popping on you because they're not, you know, the cheap balloons that you get at like the dollar store. But if you want to do the big ones, you do the 11-inch. Qualitech sells 5-inch, 9-inch, 11-inch, and 16 and 24-inch. I use 11, and then you would use a 260 instead of a 160. But other than that, it's done the same way. I would inflate the 260 more. I wouldn't do 4 pumps. I would inflate it until you have about this much space left on the end for the tail. So they're almost fully inflated. You may even want to do a little bit less when you start out making them. But I may end up doing a video for those two later on, depending on if y'all are having a hard time doing it without a video. And if you just let me know, then we can definitely get one of those up. But here you go. Here are some fish for your parties.